one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. The different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, one power, one power is what we are. One power, one power. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's love that's most deep. It's one power. It's one power. What we are is one power. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2020 Unity World Day of Prayer closing observance here at Unity of the Palm Beaches. Magnificent song to begin our time together by Daniel Mamad, One Power. And as we begin, as we continue for many of us, this World Day of Prayer, let's do so by tapping into that one power, that one presencing power that lives, that is alive, that is active, that is the love within you and in me. We breathe together into that presence, into that power. As we breathe consciously, as we feel the beauty of that song, of that lyric, of that message, of that profound truth. Even in these times when we cannot physically be together, we join. We join here in this space via this technology. We join in consciousness. We join within that one power, that one presence, that one truth, the one God, all peace, all joy, all life, all light, all love. It is here, it is now, it is our truth. We are grateful to be here, to be gathered together, to pray together in one power. And so it is. Amen.
Hi, I'm going to share Unity's guiding prayer for 2020 with you tonight. With a soft inward gaze and a gentle breath, I recognize the light of spirit that is my source and true nature. Focused on the light, I look with kindness upon fear and worries, for they urge me to harness the great power of faith. By faith, I dare to see what cannot be seen by human eyes, but exists as surely as the sun exists behind the cloud. I trust in universal goodness so much so that I rest deeply in the peace of spiritual assurance. I remain faithful during times when my human brain cannot envision the magnificent possibilities of a healthful life, harmonious love, or boundless prosperity. Moving from fear to faith, I see my life through spiritual eyes. I trust my divine identity as the greatest reality, and I live in joyous expectation.
Thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
We're all in this life together, living a mystery. Our days are touched by joy, touched by pain, asking why, longing for meaning, searching for hope, searching for who I've come here to be. We all need a prayer. Our hearts are yearning for the truth. When we feel alone, when we can't find our way, the answers are right here. We stand before an open door. We all need a prayer to remind us who we are. Somehow we keep forgetting, lost in the shadows. is here, grace in the presence, standing in truth, standing in power, one with the one. We all need a prayer. Our hearts are yearning for the truth. When we feel alone, when we can't find our way, the answers are right here. We stand before an open door. We all need a prayer to remind us who we are. Open now and feel your heart. The power is in you. The answers are right here. You stand before an open door. We all need a prayer to remind us who we are, who we are, who we
As we light this candle, let it know that we place our faith in prayer with gratitude for this beautiful community and this fantastic day.
Oh, thank you, Pat. Thank you so much for lighting our candle for our reading. Thank you, Reverend Taylor, for bringing us in. Thank you for the beautiful music. Thank you to everyone for this observance. For 24 hours, we have been steeped in the power of prayer. And today, I hope that you've joined us. We had quite a few people joining us. We've had some very, very deep experiences today, and we've had a lot of sharing, a lot of depth, some tears, a lot of laughter. We've gone outside for a meditative walk around a pond. We've shared from our homes and we've shared from our hearts this oneness, this World Day of Prayer with our Unity family all around the globe. And we wanted to take a moment to encapsulate our observance today with some of those who shared in our day. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to share with you from people who brought some activities today. We're going to bring a brush of them again, and hopefully it's something you will take with you into your prayer practices from this day forward. And if you ever need to find out more or want to learn more from the people who are about to share with us, they're all our Unity family members. And so all you need to do is contact the office or contact one of them if you already have their contact information, because everyone has been so willing to share. And Sarah this morning shared a labyrinth walk with us first thing this morning. It was an amazing experience. We all had such a deep and profound sharing this morning, and after our opening service, that really set the tone for a seamless day. This was a seamless sharing by all of these people, and I just want to take a moment to thank all of them, and to thank Tim for putting this together tonight, and once again being at the helm, the man behind the curtain, as it were, creating all of this so seamlessly tonight. So I'm going to ask Sarah, and then Steve will share, and Steve and Ahimsa, and then Bill will share with a little taste of what they did today and some practices that you can take from this moment forward. Sarah.
Hello. What a wonderful and beautiful World Day of Prayer we had today. I just want to say thank you to all of you who participated in any way during the course of the last 24 hours. And a really special thank you to Trish for all of the efforts that she made in organizing all of us and bringing all of this together. I'm really hopeful that we can all tap into the various forms of prayer and meditation that we practice today and carry them into our day-to-day lives. We experience silent meditation, music, chimes and chanting, 5 elements qigong, a hollow bone ceremony, a walking meditation, and this morning we had a finger labyrinth. In the past, we've had the opportunity to actually walk a large labyrinth laid out on the floor of our fellowship space or in the courtyard at Temple Israel. But today was a little different, and I was really grateful to share another way to experience the labyrinth that we can utilize anywhere at any time by following a path of the labyrinth with a finger. For those of you who have not walked a labyrinth before, the labyrinth is an ancient spiritual tool that we used for walking meditation, or in this case, a finger walking meditation. It's a winding unicursal path leading from the outside to a center and back out. The design we used today was the Chartres labyrinth, based on the design of the labyrinth found on the floor of the Chartres Cathedral in France. That labyrinth was built in the early 1200s and is still walked by pilgrims from all over the world today. This morning, honestly, most of us really weren't quite sure that we would find the same depth of experience we found in actually walking the path, and we were pleasantly surprised by the depth of awareness that arose from that experience. However we experience a labyrinth, it can be a container for healing and opening for sure. My invitation to each of you, if you feel called, is to experience the labyrinth, whether walking a large labyrinth on the ground or walking a small handheld labyrinth with your finger. On our church's webpage for World Day of Prayer, you'll find a small labyrinth that you can download and print, as well as instructions for how to use it. An additional treat on the instructions page is a link for the Worldwide Labyrinth Locator, where you can find labyrinths all over the world. One of my favorite things to do is to look for labyrinths whenever I travel. Almost always, not only do I find a beautiful labyrinth experience, but I meet people who are connected to the labyrinths with so many wonderful stories to share. If I can answer any questions for you about the labyrinth, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to chat with you about it.
Hi, I was grateful to be able to share with everyone today a ceremony from Lakota medicine man and teacher Frank Foolscrow called the Hollow Bone. We had the opportunity to use the drum to set our space and to take the time to release any energies within us, any discomforts in our bodies, any concerns in our minds, and let them go and create a space within a hollow bone, a clear channel for us to be able to be spiritually aligned and for the opportunity to not only serve ourselves but serve others by taking the time for that self-care. So I was grateful for the opportunity to share this. It was the first time I had done it myself, sharing with others and following the rhythm of the drum to create peace within. And it's this opportunity you can do anytime, anywhere. I've done it at home, at the airport, many places, when I need to do a little self-check just to see where I'm at and to let go of anything that is going on within me that doesn't serve in the moment, any fear, any concern. So it was the opportunity you could visualize in your mind, or you could actually physically take your hands and pull these energies away from you. And you can visualize those discomforts, those concerns as energy, which is what they are, and just take a hold of them and you take those energies and just pull them away and just release them. And it's a very symbolic act of clarity in the moment. So I was very grateful to share that. If there are any questions you have for me about that, please feel free to ask. This is a teaching that comes to me, started with Frank Foolscrow, and came to me through a friend of mine, Rick McBride, who's a mixed blood Cherokee, who walks what's called the Red Road, which is the indigenous way, the Indian ways, if you will. I found it to be very rewarding. I hope it was for you. And if there's an opportunity to share with you anything else, please let me know. And I hope that the Hollow Bone, for those that participated in it, was fulfilling, rewarding, and something you can take with you from here into your life. Thank you. And I also had the opportunity today with Ahimsa, my dear friend, to come into space of this present moment, this wonderful moment, as Thich Nhat Hanh shares with us. The opportunity to center through sound, the opportunity to use the chimes, the opportunity to ohm, and to use those vibrations to as a signal to become present, to become aware, to bring us back to the present moment, and to, with the breath, in silence after those chimes, to meditate, to clear ourselves, and to relax into this present moment. So Ahimsa shared the chimes and shared some readings from Thich Nhat Hanh. And so we thought that we would do that again, if we would have Ahimsa just share some chimes with us and share a reading of Thich Nhat Hanh to revisit that energy, that moment, to remind us as we can in each moment, in any moment, at any time, to listen to the sounds around us and to use those sounds to center, to let go, and to be the presence of God that we are. Ahimsa?
Thank you. And so today we talked a lot about meditation and meditating in various places as we walk, as we arrange flowers, the ability to choose changing direction. And when we meditate, our minds dart often from one thing to another, like a monkey swinging from branch to branch without stopping to rest. Thoughts have millions of pathways, and we are forever pulled along them into the world of forgetfulness. If we can transform our walking path into a field of meditation, our feet will take every step in full awareness. Our breathing will be in harmony with our steps, and our mind will naturally be at ease. Every step we take will reinforce our peace and joy and cause a stream of calm energy to flow through us. Then we can say, with each step, a gentle wind blows.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste, my Unity family. It was truly an honor and a huge blessing to participate in this World Day of Prayer and share some practice that I've been doing for many, many years. Huge thank you goes out to Tim and Tris for organizing this and bringing all the pieces together. It's been a powerful, powerful day. I shared a practice I do is 5 elements. 5 elements is an ancient Chinese theory that the ancient Chinese used. They used it not only for physical health, but also it was a divine practice. They classified the energy of nature into 5 essential elements. And these elements they found through their practice also exist within ourselves. This is their way to understand our connection to the universe and to understand the divine itself, to understand God. One of the most powerful thoughts that come out of that is that within the 5 elements, there's no one element that's more important than another. When everything works in harmony, that's when you have balance, and that's when you have the most powerful divine creation that there can be. And it's the way in life as well, like in our Unity family. There's no one member that's more important than another. It's the harmony, it's the balance that we find that creates the true power, the true divine, to realize the divine manifestations. So to finish off our activity portion here, I thought I'd run through just a very quick portion of the Qigong. If you'd like to follow along, it's just a simple practice. Our palms are going to rise, and they cross as we form the symbol of a sacred lotus flower. Lotus is considered a sacred flower because of its ability to rise up above the mud, which may seem dirty, rotten mud. It gathers that energy to make a beautiful, beautiful flower. And all this energy in nature exists within 5 elements. As those elements exist in nature, they also exist within ourselves. First, we have the element of water. Our arms are in the shape of a basin, maybe holding a lake or an ocean. We then transfer to form the element of earth. This is like a mountain with a wide, strong base and a high peak. Then we move into the element of wood. Imagine our palms are like a tall pine tree. This represents our growth. From wood, we transition into metal. Imagine our hands are like a spear or a dagger. And from metal, we move into fire. Our hands are in the shape of a cauldron of fire. And we press this warmth against our abdomen. And we thank the divine for these divine creations and this divine order. And so it is. Thank you again, everyone. It was a true honor. Namaste.
I'll sing one song of love, one song of peace, one song to make all our troubles cease. great the sound would be. And since the song is in freedom's key, one voice you'd hear, so pure, so clear. Imagine what tomorrow would bring if we all sing one song. There's just one sun that warms our day. The same morning stars light our way. This little ball whirling in space, our only home, our only place. If we all sing one song of love, one song of peace, one song to make all our troubles cease. Imagine what tomorrow would bring. Imagine what tomorrow would bring. Imagine what tomorrow could bring if we all sing one song. If we all sing one song.
Thank you, Trish. It was beautiful. It's a wonderful, wonderful song. That song is actually written by the late Marvin Hamlish. The song is called One Song. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was our own David Tostine playing the piano that was recorded, and Trish, of course, beautifully performing that song. It was I heard it first years ago when he debuted it. Marvin Hamlish debuted it at Unity of New York. It's a very, very special song in my heart, and I'm so grateful that Trish would so beautifully perform it, and that it's a part of our World Day of Prayer. Speaking of Trish, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you did to coordinate this absolutely magnificent 24-hour vigil. Thank you to Sarah, to Steve, to Ahimsa, to Bill, to Pat, to everybody, to Diane in the office, everybody that was involved in putting this together. As I've shared multiple times today, Unity World Day of Prayer was founded really in 1993. It went national and then globally in 1994. It's for many, many years been such an important day for me. I woke up at 4:20 this morning, beginning my Unity World Day of Prayer, actually continuation from last evening. We had a beautiful, beautiful gathering last evening, and many, many different forms, as you got a taste of, different forms of prayer throughout our day, activities happening all day, of course, at Unity Village and in Unity centers around the world. So it's been a magnificent day. Thank you to all of you who have been a part of it. Thank you, Tim, at the helm of this technology. We are so blessed, and it so moves my heart to listen, to watch, to feel, to just applaud our community members. So much talent, so much mystical ability, so much God in our community. And you saw brilliant demonstrations of it this evening. It's always available, even in this time of social distancing. Look how we can all come together and bring forth that divinity that is within all of us, that is seeking to shine forth all of us. You know, I'm very, very clear at this point that that I'm really here on this planet to let this thing that we call God happen in here. And as I let God happen in here, then God happens in the world. So God happening in here is God happening in the world. And prayer is the practice, the approach, the modality, and there are many of them, as you have seen this evening. Prayer is how God happens in here and so in the world. And so prayer has continued to evolve. I'm so grateful. I've never come to a point in my life or in my spiritual practice, I've never thought that I landed and knew what prayer was. I've always been open to allow it to unfold, to manifest, to become more and more intimate and profound and deep within me, so that not only for my own personal evolution, but so that more God can happen in the world. And that for me is what the entire Unity movement is about. Unity was founded as a prayer movement. It remains a prayer movement. It will always be a prayer movement first and foremost. All of the other activities that have developed over the years, all of them are secondary to what Charles and Myrtle Fillmore had in mind initially, that they were all about demonstrating the activity of prayer, the activity of prayer consciousness here in this human realm. And so that really, for me, I celebrate their contribution to humanity. Myrtle and Charles allowed God to happen in them. And as God happened in them in profound ways, then God happened in the world. And we are all beneficiaries of their spiritual consciousness, of the way that they showed up and allowed God to happen. And I feel a profound personal responsibility to now do my part. It's my turn. Myrtle and Charles transitioned a long time ago. We're still here. My personal minister, Eric Butterworth, he transitioned a number of years ago. Marvin Hamlish that I mentioned, he transitioned. There are a lot of people who have left the planet, but we beloveds are still here. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, we're still here. And so it's our turn. It's our turn to make a contribution. And the greatest contribution that we can make to humanity is prayer, is letting God happen within us via our prayer, regardless of the modality that resonates for you. And we had some profound, beautiful experiences, those that I was able to participate in today. I wasn't part of every single activity. I also incorporated a lot of silent meditation, which is my primary modality of prayer. I am a silent, long-time meditator. That's my contribution. And I loved all of the other experiences that I got to participate in today. They were beautiful. They were profound. I celebrate them. And we are so blessed to have a community with so many opportunities, so many messengers, so many ministers. You know, I get the title, but and I'm not the only one with a title in our community, but we're all carriers of the light. We are all prayers, and we are all here to make a contribution. So as we close this 2020 World Day of Prayer, by way of closing, I'm going to ask you to remain open so that we continue. This is just a demarcation in terms of, for me, and I invite you, that Unity of the Palm Beaches steps forward. We've always been pioneers. We've always been, since the inception of this community, it's always been a radical, pioneering community. And I would invite you, I would beseech you that we step up our prayer practices, that we recognize, we own, we celebrate, and we are responsible for allowing more God to happen in here so that more God happens in our world. We do that as we remain open to the one power, the one presence that is within us, that is seeking to know itself fully, individually, and collectively as the unified field of living love light, which is really what prayer is. And now more than ever, look at what's happening in our world. We all need a prayer, as that beautiful song that, again, Trish so masterfully shared with us. We are here not to pray to God. We are here to pray God. And in praying God, we pray our highest self, our highest expression. We pray our purpose. We do it passionately. We do it relentlessly, day by day, moment by moment. Be the prayer you came here to be. And when you are, you will feel the rightness, you will feel the resonance, you will feel the purposefulness of your life. You will know that you are in alignment and that you are uplifting all living beings with and by your prayer. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this World Day of Prayer. Thank you for your contribution. I celebrate you. I love you. I am honored to serve you. Again, thanks, Trish, Tim, all of you that participated. Thank you. Together, we have uplifted the world. And so it is.
So much. You know, there's been so much time preparing for this in a time that could feel tumultuous. The preparation was seamless. The cooperation was seamless. Everyone stepping up. We truly created unity with this event. We truly we reached our mission and then some. And this time when we can feel so separate, today we shared some of the closest, some of the most treasured memories I think I will have of this entire pandemic experience were made today. This has changed us, and it will change us forever. I can just see what next World Day of Prayer could be, with a mix of technologies and all of us in it together and stepping up as we did this year. To Bill, to Sarah, to Steve, to Ahimsa, to Tim, to Reverend Taylor, to Diane for getting it out there. Again, we can't say thank you enough. This has been absolutely seamless today. All of the people that shared in our Zoom room today, that was a wonderful familial experience. So I'm going to take my object that I have kept close to me for this 24 hours, and I'm just going to, in appreciation, now it means more than it's ever meant to me. I get to put it back into my collection. I'm going to take my light, and I invite you to do the same. We lit our lights last night together after 7 o'clock, and so I'm going to get ready to extinguish my light, just knowing that this is simply a symbol of this experience today, that we each and every one of us are a part of the light, and that just because this candle goes out, as we like to share with our youth, just because we blow this candle out, it means our light shines all the brighter. So I'm going to extinguish my light. And as we get ready to bring this event to a close, bring our time of World Day of Prayer sharing to a close, in that gratitude, we have a song that's going to play us out, and just be in that energy for a few minutes if you would like. I would invite you, as you step out of that energy and out of this time together, to visit our website at unitypalmbeach.com. And if this was meaningful for you, please share with us. We are fully supported by free will offerings. And this was an event of the heart. We have all shared so deeply, and we would ask, if it moved you, if you could, would you please share with us? We thank you. We bless you. Thank you for being here. And so it is. Good night.